Hey guys, and welcome back to the Mind of a Writer. And this time we're doing writing advice on dialogue. Okay, so I've got a couple of points. Oh, this was requested by Jason, so this is for you, and I do hope it helps. First of all, my biggest bit of advice I could give for this is to listen to people around you. Now, of course, everybody speaks, and everybody speaks differently. And all your characters should speak differently. So if you listen to people around you and the way they interact with each other, it should give you quite a good idea of how to do a group of people talking. Different people have different interests. It can affect the way they talk, the way they've been brought up will affect it. And also, the second thing that will affect it is age. Now, I speak in a completely different manner to my parents. They speak in a completely different manner to their parents. So that should also be another thing that affects it. And likewise, gender. Girls and boys will talk differently a lot. Now, I talk differently, even though we're both girls, I talk differently to my female friends because I've been brought up with a lot of male friends, but at the same time, the male friends talk differently to me. You see where I'm coming from? It could be confusing, but trust me, it does happen. It's not just with what people talk about, it's the way they talk. Another thing that can be really, really annoying in a book, and it's something I would really recommend, is do not write in an accent. Don't. It's often not put across very well. You can say they have a certain accent, but do not write trying to emphasise certain letters in words in an accent. It doesn't come out right, and it can often confuse it, and sometimes it even turns into a different language. Another thing is, people from different regions of the same country often will struggle to understand each other. For example, in England, I'm originally from the Midlands. I was born in Birmingham, that's where I'm originally from. Then I moved to Lancashire, to Blackpool. That is a complete different change of accent. And then from Lancashire I moved down to Devon, and I still struggle to understand Devonshire. And my brother, who is born and bred in Devon, struggles to understand our family from the Midlands. So it really, really will affect the way people do talk to each other. Another thing is people from different countries should have different languages instead of just different accents. Now, one of the books that this often gets pointed out for is the Wheel of Time series, with the group of characters called the Sauntchen and the Aiel, and they come from almost different countries, but they speak the same way as everybody else. They just speak in different accents, and this is another way accents is put across terribly in those books. Those books are fantastic, but the dialogue and the accents is awful. Anyway, next. Separate characters talking from story narration. There should always be two different voices, unless it's told from from first person with someone saying, I did this, I did that. Separate it. Don't have your character talking in the same voice as the narrator. Do separate them. Even if it's third person from that character's point of view, it's a different voice. Because instead of it's I did this, it's Richard did this. And Richard would not be saying, Richard opened the door, and then go up to Matt and say, Hi Matt, how are you? Sort of thing. It should be completely and utterly different. Also, do not have characters talk about what's happened over and over again. They were there. They know what's happened. They do not need to remind you. Maybe at the start of the next book in a series, then have them kind of rehash, but do not have them keep going on about it chapter after chapter. It's just repetitive, it's boring, and it's not what people tend to do too much. I mean, yes, some people will, but don't do it. Also, try to, right, and, try to not do that. Do not use, do not use like, do not use, right, in people talking. I know people do it, but it's not nice to read on a page. Make it flow. If you're reading a character going, oh hi, hi Matthew, hi, how are you? I saw your sister, right, and she's like so pretty, sort of thing. That is horrible to read on a page. So do not do it. Another thing with dialogue, stay in character. If you want someone to say something that they wouldn't say, don't have them say it. Give the line to somebody else. Stay in character at all times. That's pretty much it on the dialogue advice, and I really hope it helped. If you'd like to suggest the next topic, feel free. And yes, thank you guys. Bye.